excited, and you can see it because my energy is different when I play it. And so you can always tell when I've played it and when I haven't. So did my hype song, sat down, recorded my videos, and the videos were killer. They were on fire. They were really teaching some things and giving some value. And guess what? I didn't hit record. Oh my gosh, I didn't hit record. It was so good. It was like the best recorded session ever, except that I didn't record. I'd forgotten to hit record, and that 20 minutes of my life was gone. You ever miss a big opportunity like that? Maybe you overslept and missed the bus to your senior trip. Maybe you failed to prepare well enough for an interview and you really felt like you blew it. That's what we're talking about today, is how not to miss the big opportunities that will happen because of the January fitness rush, because of the new year, new you thing that happens in January. So I want to ask you a question, and I want you to put it in the comments for me. I want you to tell me, what's the biggest opportunity you ever missed? So just give that to me in the comments. It doesn't have to be anything super serious, but it can be if you want it to be. Just remember, everybody's going to see it. I want you to tell me in the comments, whether you're watching on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook. Tell me, what's the biggest opportunity you ever missed? All right, so today we're talking about the opportunities that happen because of January and the New Year, New Year rush, and how not to blow it as a business owner. I want you to stay till the end because we're going to learn why the workout can't be your only focus. Why the workout is the thing, right? The workout is the thing, but it's not all of it. We're going to talk about how to think long-term strategy while remaining present in the here and now. So thinking long term and thinking strategic while remaining present. And we're going to think about what to do to extend the New Year, New You rush past the traditional 6 weeks that it usually lasts. All right, so I want to say one thing before we get started. I'm recording today, so I am not with you live. I had to take my doctor. I had to take my doctor to the doctor. No, I have to take my daughter to the doctor today at 3:30. She's got a throat thing going on. It is not COVID. And she was at the doctor yesterday, but she feels even worse today. So I'm taking her again. And so I'm not with you live. I'm recording this earlier in the day on December 14th. But I still do want you to leave your comments. Y'all, it's really important that you comment on my live videos because I come back and I answer the questions. I'll probably be watching the recording as you're watching it, so I can even be in the comments and interacting with you. Also, it really helps the algorithm on the social media platforms when you comment. It helps the platforms to know that I'm giving you valuable content that you are interested in engaging with. When you do that, the platform then says, okay, she's doing good things. I'm going to show it to more people. Now you are helping more fitness pros like you find this valuable content and build their businesses and change lives just by commenting and doing the things that you were tempted to do anyways. So get in here and give me a comment, y'all. I want to see everybody who has watched this making a comment. Give me a hashtag live or a hashtag replay. If you're watching this at 3 p.m. Eastern on December 14th, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching this later on, give me a hashtag replay. All right. So this is the Fitness Business Growth Show. This show is about building a business that positively changes the fitness and health of others while paying you what you deserve and empowering you to live the life of your dreams. I'm Kelly Coulter. I've been a fitness instructor as well as an online marketing geek since the 90s. I've bootstrapped 2 six-figure businesses and I teach fitness pros to do the same. I believe that we as fitness professionals all have a unique mix of our own expertise, experiences, and personalities that make us as individuals perfect for a specific audience. It's my job to help you find and serve that audience so that you can step away from the gym, serve the clients that you love, and make a real living doing it. Are you ready to make a real impact in the lives of others while creating the life of your dreams for yourself and your family? Let's get started. So, I'm going to give you another example of a time that I really blew it. This one is even more recent than the other one. So, last Thursday on my Instagram show, in case you guys don't know, on Instagram every Thursday I have a guest. So I'll come on live and I'll have a guest on with me live. Last Thursday was Tammy Lee Webb. Yes, you heard me correctly. The Tammy Lee Webb from Buns of Steel came on to have a discussion with me. We talked about career longevity. We talked about muscles. We talked about formats. We talked about video. We talked about the difference between internet video and back in the day shooting DVDs and even VHSs. So we talked about all kinds of things. It was a really good interview. Go back and check it out if you did not see it already. It's a great interview and there are a lot of gold nuggets in it. So also, right now, I am going through the onboarding of a new team of virtual assistants. And what that means is that fortunately, unfortunately, well, unfortunately, we're dropping the ball on some things. And you've noticed it. You saw a few months ago, there were like a lot of typos in all of the emails that were going out. There were some duplicate emails. It was like craziness with the email for a little bit. And then, now we're just getting into a flow of how we're promoting things. What ended up happening is that Tammy Lee messages me on Thursday morning and is like, hey, are we going to promote this appearance at all? And I was like, yes. And we had promoted it in my story a little bit, but she hadn't gotten tagged. And there were just some huge missed opportunities in terms of promoting that appearance. And man, that does not sit well. It's like that feeling like it's like when you miss the bus for your senior trip and you don't get to go and you're that feeling of just sinking and stinkiness and just regret and awfulness. That's the way I felt on Thursday. I hated that feeling. I just wished that we had promoted that more because it was such a good appearance. Now, on the back end, we're going to do some things to fix it. And that's the thing about business is that it keeps rolling on, right? So you do the things, you fix it, or you maximize on the back end. You do what you can to take advantage of the opportunities that you get, even if you don't get to do it in the moment. So we're going to talk about all of those things today. But what I want you to take away from that story, y'all, is that I'm going to show that episode in reruns maybe twice during Christmas. So I'm going to get everything I can out of it. And Tammy Lee is also going to use it because there are things that she can pull out of it and use it for. Just like with all of my guests, there are snippets that they will use. They'll promote the whole video because it promotes their brand, it promotes their product. So we will both still use that video and we will still get a lot of traction out of it. And that's the thing. You don't have to feel like because you missed an opportunity that everything is lost. But today we're going to talk about how to maximize on January while it's happening and even before it's happening, and how to avoid the mistakes that your competitors are going to make. So I want to talk about this in terms of the mistakes that your competitors are going to make. Because they didn't see this episode of the Fit Pro Show, right? All right, so the first big mistake that your competitors are going to make that we are going to turn on its head is focusing completely on the workout. So I've been talking with you guys a lot about how we as fitness professionals tend to focus on the workout because the workout is the thing, right? That's what we do. And it's hard to get out of your head about what we do. But the thing is, your clients don't buy because of what we do. Actually, they are repulsed by what we do. They don't want to work out necessarily. It's not the thing that gets them up in the morning like us. I think in a recent email, I called us an abnormal band of weirdos. I don't know if you saw that, but it was in a post or an email recently. I called us an abnormal band of weirdos because we do want to work out, right? We are excited about getting up and getting on the bike. We are excited about seeing other instructors work out. So when other instructors are on reels or stories and they're doing little workout snippets, we're like, oh yeah, let me look at that. We might want to steal the moves. We might just be enjoying watching what they're doing and thinking about a time that we've done something similar. But we want to see that. We are abnormal. We are fitness professionals. Your clients see the workout as the least desirable part of what you're selling because what you are actually selling to them is the result. Whether you promise to raise their butt by 3 inches, or whether you promise to ensure that they have better balance so they don't fall in the grocery store, or whether you promise to get them the muscles that they're going to want to show off in their bikini this summer, whatever it is, they are buying from you because of the result that you promise, not because of the workout. Now, when January rolls around, and we've got all of our new clients in our workouts and we are delivering the thing. Yes, we are focused on the workout, but I like to tell it like this. The workout, the thing, the delivery of the thing is about 20% of what you're going to do if you want to make your business a success. So that means if you've got 20 hours a week to work on your business, only 4 hours of that is going to be in delivering workouts. The rest of it has to be in audience creation, visibility strategy, logistics, all of the little back end things like your accounting system, maybe a little bit of tech, although I don't want you making a big investment in tech in the beginning. But the point is, if you use the Pareto principle when it comes to business building, only 20% of your time is spent delivering the thing, and the rest of it is in business building. So keep that in mind. Not only is your client not buying because of the workout, so you can't talk about the workout and sell workouts. You have to talk about the result to sell workouts. But also, when January rolls around and you've got all your clients, you've still got to keep in mind that your business has to run. And so you can't spend all of your time just working out. You're not going to work out 30 to 40 hours a week. You're not going to deliver workouts 30 to 40 hours a week. You have got to keep that delivery piece under wraps. Now, how do you build a business and keep that delivery piece in check? That is where you're looking strategically for ways to leverage the one to many model, right? You want to deliver it once and you want it to serve your people over and over and over again. So be looking for ways to deliver that one to many model, whether that means that you're teaching a live class and people are all taking it, or whether that means you are creating videos and people are using them their at their leisure and during their timing. However you do that, you have to you have to leverage the one to many model in order to make your business work in this day and age. All right. Other considerations when it comes to not being completely focused on the workout as the thing. I want you to think about onboarding and orientation. So we talked about this last week, and I told you with onboarding, when it is done properly, when you properly onboard your new clients, you have more of a chance of keeping them long term. Conversely, when you have a new client that is not using your workouts within the first 2 weeks, you are in big trouble. Danger, danger, Will Robinson, you are in big trouble because that client is going to drop out. So you have to onboard them correctly. You have to make sure they know what it's going to be like in their first class. You have to make sure they get through that first class. You have to make sure they know what to do when they're sore because of their first class. You have to make sure they know how they can reach out for support. You have to make sure that they know some other people in the program so that they have got each other's backs. So you want to have an onboarding sequence and an orientation process so that you are properly orientating your new people. Another thing that your competitors are not going to think about, mindset. Y'all, when you've got your January New Year, New You crowd coming to you, they are not new to working out because they don't know about the health benefits. They're not new to working out because they just didn't feel like it. There's a lot of mind drama that goes on, right? And people use January as this catalyst to come in and start a new program. And we love to see that and we want to come in and help them. But I want you to be really listening to your new year, new you people. And I want you to hear what their mindset issues are. And I want you to think of ways to address that. So, as I say in the boot camp all the time, we are now serving customers direct to consumer, which means you are their coach. You are more than just a fitness instructor. You're more than just a personal trainer. They look at you, they're paying you directly. They look at you as their coach. That means you may need to level up. If you haven't ever taught a mindset lesson or coached somebody through a difficult spot in their intellectual processing, I want you to think about just delving in and starting to look at ways that you can deliver some sort of mindset in your programming. Because without a mindset shift for a lot of these people, they are going to go back to their old habits sooner rather than later. So think about mindset. Your work is not just the workout. The last thing I want to talk about when we talk about the workout as the thing and the fact that we want to go above and beyond that is the idea of acclimation. So the idea that your new year, new you, New Year's resolution people are going to come in and make progress. They're going to get stronger. They are going to lose a pants size in the first month or so. They are going to feel new energy. I want you to prepare them for these things, and then I want you to help them acclimate when these changes happen. Because we've all seen this in the past. Someone comes in and let's say you help people lose 10 pounds and this person loses 10 pounds and then they look different and they feel different and they have more energy and they kind of freak out. And the caveman comes out and the caveman is the one that says, this is new, this is different. Come back in the cave where it's safe and I've got a bag of Oreos in here. So the caveman's going to pull your new year, new you person back into the cave and to their old habits because your brain does not understand what is happening when you make changes like that. And it doesn't understand what it's going to look like when that change is complete. And so caveman comes out and pulls you back and pulls your client back into the cave. I want you to prepare them for that ahead of time, and I want you to help them acclimate. Part of acclimating means that you want to allow them to lose maybe that first 5 or 6 pounds and then just sit there for a little bit. So rather than pushing and pushing and pushing until that person gets to 20 pounds down or 3 sizes down, maybe we get 1 size down and then we think about just holding for a minute. Let them get used to what this change looks like and feels like in their body. Let that become their new baseline. Then you can move forward after you have let them acclimate. So I want you to build this idea of acclimation into your January programming and maybe even into your February programming, because my theory and my belief is that it is going to help you keep your New resolutioners longer in the program and help them get more success. All right. So, acclimation, onboarding and orientation, mindset work, and acclimation. That's how we are going to go above and beyond our competitors, and we're going to think past the workout. All right. Number two, I always work in threes. There's going to be three major bullet points here. Number two is your competitor will do everything to show up and do all of the things to the best of their ability in the moment, right? So your competitors like this right now. Oh, it's December, nobody's working out. That's cool. I'm going to take time off. And then in January, I'm going to hit it hard and I'm going to serve my people and it's going to be amazing. And that's great. That is great. However, there is a lot that you can do now to front load January. And the person that really wins at the January game is going to be the one who is learning to think about long term strategy while staying present in the moment. So I want you to do this. I want you to be looking around at your audience and I want you to start thinking about who are your real action takers and how can you put messages out to your audience that call out your action takers and get them to raise their hands. Because what we want to do is we want to prepare to onboard the right people in January. So hear me out on this. I want you to prepare to onboard the right people in January, the people who are going to take action. They're going to be happy to pay you because they know they're going to take so much action and they're going to get the results, right? They're determined and you're determined to help them. Those are the people that are going to follow your program to the result, get the result, and become what I like to call your trumpet blowing brand advocates. So they're going to be the people who make so much progress and get so many results that in May, when they're at lunch with their friends are talking behind their back, like, I don't want to go to lunch anymore with Kelly because all she does is talk about that personal trainer she's working with, and I can't stand it anymore. I want this person out shouting from the mountaintops about how much they love your program and how much you have helped them. But you can't do that if you just take anybody. So if you just sit back and wait till January and say, okay, whoever comes my way is who I'm going to serve, you're not doing yourself any favors in identifying those trumpet blowing brand advocates. So I want you to think instead about who your action takers are going to be. And then I want you to develop resources specifically for them, knowing that when they come into the program, they're going to take all the action, do all the things, get all the results, and they're going to be your trumpet blowing brand advocates going forward. So that is how you start to think long term strategy while remaining present in the here and now. Part of that is really going to be around getting super clear on what you want to be delivering. Because if you're delivering a program that is just kind of designed to help anybody with anything, then you're not going to get those kind of trumpet blowing brand advocate results. You're going to get more like, oh, yeah, I worked out with her for a while and it was good and I got the things, right? So think about what you want them to be saying when they're at lunch in May with their people. What do you want them to be touting as your biggest virtues and saying you did really right and saying that they got out of it? And then I want you to be designing your program around that. All right, so thinking long-term strategic while remaining present in the here and now because we're still serving clients and delivering workouts and doing the things. Looking for the trumpet blowing brand advocates by focusing on your ideal client action takers. Now, a few more things that you can do as your people start to come in and you're serving them in January. I don't want you to wait to ask for referrals. So, this is just another point under point number two about um, doing everything when they show up and serving them to the best of your ability, that you're going to go above and beyond that. I want you to start asking them for their referrals right away. Because how great is it when you have somebody join and then a week later their best friend joins and now they can be accountability partners? So now it's two clients for you instead of just one, and they are going to spur each other on and hold each other accountable. And that is going to increase their results and make them both trumpet blowing brand advocates. And then one more point is that I want you to build in celebrations during January. So we often think about January and we think about putting the head down and doing the things and serving the people, but they are going to have points that they need to be celebrated and they should be celebrated. And I want you to take that time during January to take a breather and celebrate the successes that your clients are having. Now, I know in January, it's not going to be a pant size just yet, or it's not going to be 10 pounds just yet. It might be, but it doesn't have to be in order to be a celebration. You could build in a day every week to say, hey, tell me how you're feeling. Let's celebrate your energy level. Let's celebrate not eating cookies last week. I know every year I do dry January, so I'll celebrate 1 week of dry January, 2 weeks of dry January, whatever it is. Make sure that you're building celebrations in because it's super important to your people and it will help your program overall. It will help them get those successes and it will help when your other clients see one client celebrating something, it's contagious. They see that the program works and they want the results also, so it will help them to take the action. All right. So number 3, so this is my third bullet point for you guys. I want you to think about extending the New Year, New You rush past the traditional 6 weeks. So your competitors right now are thinking, okay, I'm going to rest up because in January I'm going to do all the things and then my people are going to stay till right around Valentine's Day and then it's over with, right? I want you to get it in your head that you're not losing anybody at Valentine's Day, that these people are going to be with you all year. Now, what are the things that you can do to extend that commitment? So, I want you to think about only taking clients who are willing to commit. So, this is going to be a radical idea. I want you to hear me out. We already talked about your trumpet blowing brand advocates, right? We know that your trumpet blowing brand advocates need more than 6 weeks in order to truly make that transformation that they want to make and that you're promising. So let's think about only taking clients who are willing to make that commitment. That may mean that they pay you for 3 or 6 months in advance in January, and they commit to that 3 to 6 months, and you hold them accountable to that 3 to 6 months. That may mean that you have an ironclad contract. I'm not a huge fan of writing huge contracts and trying to enforce them. I'd rather just get the payment up front because now everybody's got their skin in the game. Um, but that is another option. A contract can be another option for making sure your people are willing to commit. Um, yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that is only bring in people who are really willing to make a commitment, and people make that commitment with their dollars and with their time. So the dollars come to you, the time is the work that they are willing to put into it. I told you guys this last week, I think, but I heard a quote that I really loved about pricing recently. And basically, what it said is that your price should reflect the work that you expect them to put into getting the result. Y'all, love that concept. I love that concept because that really speaks to the fact that that when you price that way, you're only going to bring in the people who are ready to do the work, right? So, my accelerator, my 12-month program is a pricey-ish program. It's not the most expensive business coaching program out there, but it's it's a good chunk of money. It's $4,500, right? You had better believe that I am expecting my accelerators to do way more than $4,500 worth of work during that year in order to build their businesses. They don't pay $45 and then I do $4,500 worth of work for them. I teach the lessons. I tell them what to do to build their businesses. They go and build their own businesses. Similarly, it's not going to work if your people come in and then they watch you work out. They've got to do the stuff. So, how much stuff are you asking them to do? How much change are you asking them to make? How uncomfortable are you asking them to get? Price in a reflection of those things. So make it a commitment, make it a financial commitment. The other things that I want you to do to make sure that you're extending your new year, new you rush past the traditional 6 weeks is I want you to make sure that as you are delivering the workouts during January, you are also still nurturing your audience. So your audience consists of people who have paid you and are doing the thing with you, but it's also a broader thing, right? There are a lot of people in your audience who have never become paid clients, just like there are a lot of people in the Grow Your Fitness business group and in my LinkedIn following and in my YouTube following that have never been in my boot camp or my accelerator. So all of these people need to be nurtured during January. It's not just your paid people. So make sure that you're still creating killer content because it might be that some of these people who are in your free following, who are just watching what you're doing, they may have had it in their mind that in January, they're really going to start taking everything that you say more seriously. They may really be just starting to perk their ears up, and that was their resolution to start thinking about a program or to start following the things that you are saying in your free sessions as a way to start making a change. And what they're going to realize, if that is them, is that they need more of you and they want more of you and they want you to come in as their paid coach because that's more of a level of commitment and it's going to get them that result. So make sure you are not neglecting to nurture your audience during January. That's how you are going to get new clients in February and March and April because of the January content. All right. And last but not least, this is my last point within that third bullet point about extending the New Year's New You rush. And that third point is I want you to think about visibility and not just client service. So we've got our clients, then we've got our audience, and that's a bigger group, right? And both of those we need to be nurturing and working with. This is the 20% of the time. Nurturing this bigger audience can be part of your 80% of the time. Another piece of your 80% of the time is your visibility strategy. How can you get out past your regular audience that is already established and already knows you and let other people get to know you? So, can you identify podcast appearances? Can you speak at local events? People are looking for health and fitness content during January. Get on fire with your visibility during January. Get out there and be talking about health and fitness everywhere. And every time you talk about health and fitness on the local news, at local events, at health and fitness fairs, in other people's Facebook groups, in podcasts, wherever, make sure that you are mentioning where they can find you. So, where is your primary audience nurturing location within social media or your website? Where are you doing the most nurturing? Make sure you get people back there and get them following you. So, visibility, not just client service during January, because people are looking for this content, and I want you to be the person out there giving it to them. All right, so we talked today about 3 things that you can do to ensure that you do not make the same mistakes that your competitors are going to make during January during the fitness rush. The first was, don't rely on just the workout. Don't focus on just the workout, right? Got to focus on the other things that are also going to make your clients successful: the onboarding, the mindset, the acclimation. I want you to think long term and think strategic while remaining present in the here and now. We talked about that being how to look for your trumpet blowing brand advocates so that you're bringing in the people who are going to get the results and do the things. And then the third was how to extend the New Year rush past just that traditional 6 weeks. We talked about taking clients who are willing to commit for a longer period of time in order to truly get that transformation that they're looking for. We talked about nurturing your audience really well during January, because it may be that some of your audience was not ready or able to come into your paid program, but they picked January as a time that they're going to start getting more serious. So if you deliver killer content to them during that time, then they may be ripe to come in February or March or April. And that's how you continue to bring new clients in because of what you did in January. And then think visibility, not just client service. So get out there into all the places that are looking for health and fitness content, health and fitness speakers, health and fitness representatives. Get out there and be that person. And then make sure that you're pulling people back to your primary audience location. All right. So, y'all, I can't wait to hear your questions. As I told you in the beginning, this is a recorded session. As you are watching this, I will be at the doctor with my daughter. I think she has strep throat. So, submit your questions in the comments because I will come back and answer them. And I may even be on with you answering them real time. So, you may submit a comment or a question, and then I'll be right there answering it in the comments. All right, so that is what I've got for you today. Now, here is my call to action. I want you to make sure that you go check out the boot camp. The Sell Out Your Workout, it's called Sell Out Your 2022, Sell Out Your 2022 right now, is happening January 17th to 20th. So we've got about a month before it happens, but it's early bird priced right now. And it's only going to be early bird priced until the 17th. So I early bird price it before a month out. The price is going up. It's $67 this time. It's $67 for 4 days of live training with me. We do all the things. You are going to solidify your offer. You're going to solidify your price. You're going to learn how to market properly to the right people and how to nurture the other ones until they are the right people. And we're going to learn about sales. So you're going to learn about having easy, comfortable relationship-based, service-based conversations with people that naturally lead to sales. Those are the things that we do in the Sell Out Your 2022 boot camp. Ask anybody that's taken it. It is worth far, far beyond what I charge for it. It's a group experience, and I invite you, I challenge you to make $500 or more in recurring revenue during the boot camp. That is my goal for you. So get in there. It's $47 before the 17th, and I'm going to be challenging you to make far more than that. So I want you to get in there and get registered. That's at fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp. So fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp. That's where you can find that. And I want you to go in and get registered now. All right, y'all. I'd love to hear everything that you think. Please give me your comments, contribute to the conversation. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you hit the bell so you get the notifications whenever I come on. If you are watching on Facebook, make sure you're in the Grow Your Fitness Business for Instructors, Trainers, and Coaches group. So that's my group where I nurture, where we interact with each other, where I support you and I deliver all of my trainings. So I can't wait to support you from there. All right, y'all. And that is what I have got for you today. I will see you again on Thursday on Instagram Live at 3 o'clock. And I will have Chris and Parisa Shelton with me. They will be talking about using Qigong as a key piece of their fitness business and how you can extend your fitness business also using Qigong as a methodology. All right. I'll see you then.